And USA Today national sports columnist Christine Brennan joins me now for more. Christine, you've covered Tiger for a long time. You know him better than most. How do you think he'll come back from this? Not even necessarily as a golfer, but just as a person.
Diane, I would never count Tiger Woods out of anything. I know people are wondering about golf today and, is there a chance he could return? And of course, I think that's the wrong question to be asking. Let's hope there's a chance that he can walk again. Let's hope that he is able to kick a soccer ball with his daughter, Sam, and watch his son, Charlie, play a round of golf. And, that's where Tiger is right now. But he will come back with rehab and whatever he can do with a vengeance. That's Tiger. He is driven. He is focused. He is a perfectionist, and we've watched that develop in front of our eyes, Diane, over the last 25 years or so, and that won't change. The question is, what is he coming back to? Is he going to come back to golf, or is he going to come back, hopefully, to a normal life? And I think that right now that should be the conversation about getting back to some sense of normalcy. But Tiger will throw himself into this as he has thrown himself into everything he has done.
100%. Yesterday we were talking about the crash, and another commentator I had on said that he owes nothing to his golf fans at this point because he has left his legacy regardless. And as you said, we can't count him out. He has made amazing comebacks before. But if this is the end of his competitive golfing career, talk a little bit about that legacy that he leaves behind.
What's extraordinary, Diane, Jack Nicklaus, Tiger Woods, take your pick. Who's the greatest of all time? And he would be remembered for that 2019 Masters win, almost 2 years ago now. The first time that his daughter and his son could actually be at the 18th green watching him win, melting into his arms in a big embrace right after he won that Masters. And that was an improbable victory because just 2 years before that was that DUI that Matt referred to, and that dreadful dash cam video, the sobriety test, and of course the mugshot. So that was 2017 Memorial Weekend, and then less than 2 years later, he's winning the Masters. So that's kind of the end of the movie. That's the end of the story, really, if this is that happy ending. What we've tacked on now, of course, is something that is so troubling and so concerning. And you wish the best for Tiger, of course, and his family. But I think he'd be remembered for golf. And then, he's 45. So there's a second or third, fourth, fifth act yet to come for Tiger Woods, whatever that might be. And one would assume it would involve his foundation and his charitable work as well as his kids. So I'm certainly not counting him out yet in terms of life, even if the golf question, as you mentioned, clearly is up in the air today.
And you described some of his challenges, and it feels like with every single one, people really rally behind him and just root for that comeback, albeit to golf or just for Tiger in general. But on that note, we've seen so many people reaching out on social media, offering him prayers, offering support for his family, wishing him a speedy recovery. Why do you think he's had such an impact on people?
He was really one of the first, not the first, but a person of color to play golf, and certainly to play it at the level he's played it. And he broke barriers, and that was riveting. And because he was so young also, at 21 years old, winning the Masters in 1997. And a career that started really when he was 2, when he was on the Mike Douglas show hitting golf balls, and none other than Bob Hope and Jimmy Stewart watching him, as a national audience was amused and delighted to see this young 2-year-old hitting golf balls. So he's been in our consciousness and in the national spotlight his entire life. And I think that we have been awed by his prowess, by his just absolute competitive nature, and this strive for perfection in everything he does. No one has ever worked harder on the golf course than Tiger, but also no one's ever been more talented than Tiger. What a message that is for young kids, and whether they're studying or whether they're acting and, in a school play, or whether they're athletes. And so I think the combination of greatness and also the uniqueness in a lily white sport, Tiger Woods crash landed into that sport and all of a sudden took it over. And I think a lot of people saw themselves in Tiger and said, hey, I can do that too. You've just broken a glass ceiling, and I'm going to join you, whether it's a young woman of color, a boy of color, of course, or even just women in the sport of golf. The opportunity to do something that basically no one who looked like you had done before. And that's certainly the message of Tiger Woods.
It is, for sure. Christine Brennan, thank you so much.
Diane, my pleasure. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.